of all, you're expecting, and yet you look like me after I have a big lunch.
Okay.
You look phenomenal, and I can't rock heels like those on any given day, and you're rocking them, and the dress, and the stairs. Congratulations.
Thank you.
In every way.
Thank you.
How are you feeling, and how's it going?
I'm really good. I've been really lucky throughout everything so far.
So it hasn't been like all the time.
I haven't.
Oh, I'm sweaty.
I get tired, kind of. At about 8 o'clock, I start thinking about bed. At about 8:30, I start bringing it up, and about 9, I've talked my husband into going to sleep.
Yeah, people are always asking me, what do you want to do on a day off, or what do you do in your free time? And I'm like, I daydream about sleep.
It is nice.
But that's great. So you're pretty lucky because you can't know ahead of time whether you're going to be someone who has a really tough time with it or someone who doesn't. What about the whole cravings thing? Have you had any weird ones?
I don't think it's been too weird. I think I give myself license to have things I might not normally have. Sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I'll be like, man, I'm hungry. And then I get up and midnight snack, which I've never done before.
Hit the fridge.
I ate Pop-Tarts. And
no.
I haven't done that since college. But I knew they were in the pantry. My husband put them in there, and I did. So I guess that was kind of a craving. That was weird.
He's a Pop-Tart fan.
I've never seen Pop-Tarts in our house before. For some reason, they magically appeared in our pantry.
They popped up.
I saw them there, and then I wanted them.
And that's why you woke up in the middle of the night.
I was hungry, legitimately hungry.
The Pop-Tart was pulling
like,
at your brain. I'm in the pantry.
Yeah.
I heard that you guys had your first kiss on New Year's. Is that true?
We did, yeah.
Was that your first date on New Year's Eve?
Our first, official date. We had met a few months before and talked over the phone, and our schedules were so busy, I kind of invited myself up for New Year's. And our first
How crazy
kiss
is
was...
that? You get a call from Carrie, and she wants to be your New Year's date.
Well, I mean, and we're both pretty shy people, and it was so easy talking on the phone, but I was kind of like, what are you doing for New Year's? And
why was he the one? What sold you on him?
it was just so easy to, and it is so easy to be with him. I mean, kind
That's
of
the
from...
thing about my hubby. He's the one thing I don't have to work at.
That was the first time. It was kind of like from that first date, first kiss forward, we were just together.
Yeah, me
That
too.
was that.
John and I, since the night we met, we've been together on the phone or in person every day since.
Yep.
We got to do it. Hey, what do you think the dogs are going to think?
Oh, my babies.
There's the babies.
Ace, my little boy, he loves babies. Loves.
Izzy loves babies too. She loves to tickle their toes and lick their toes
He
so
gets
they laugh.
so excited anytime anybody brings a baby over. Penny will be our jealous one for sure.
Penny will be like, how come I'm not the baby? Yeah.
She's the one that if you're paying too much attention to the other one, she comes up and like worms her way in. But they'll be good.
They'll adapt.
Yeah.
So having a little boy, right?
Yes.
Look how big her smile got. I was gonna say, moms always say, oh, I just wanted to be healthy, but were you pulling a little bit more for a little boy or a little bit more for a little girl? You seem really psyched.
I'm so excited and so happy. I've had the best relationship with my mom.
Yeah.
So I want that at some point. I would
nice
love to
mother
have,
dogs.
yeah. So if we can make it all work out, the next one should be a girl.
One of each, that'd be great.
That would
like
be
salt
amazing.
and pepper.
But I mean, we're just so blessed, and
What were you like
excited.
as a little girl? Were you more tomboy or all girl?
I was a tomboy for sure. I was a pretty gross kid. As far as I was just always outside, and I was always playing in the dirt and catching frogs and turtles and whatever I could get my hands on.
We used to get kicked out by your parents, like go outside and play.
Yeah.
It's so weird now because kids are so like inside. Yeah.
Go. Get some sticks. Go do something outside.
So 2 Grammy noms for you, but you already have like what, 6 of them? That freak you out? Is that like, oh my God, I have 6 Grammys? Wow.
I mean, it's definitely something I never, ever would have dreamed of.
Right?
But it's really cool.
It is. It's fun.
Yeah.
Where do you keep them? You have like a special shelf or room?
I do. I treated myself a few years back. It took a lot of talking myself into, but I wanted a really nice piano. And I was talking to some of my writer friends, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, Carrie, go buy a piano." And I was like, "But the one I want is like really nice, and I just can't." I mean, anyway, I ended up buying it.
Purchases are tough
It
if
is.
you're not
It really
used to
is.
That kind of life. Yeah.
So I bought a nice piano, and I have the room all nice, and there's.
So it's in your music room.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
So you're so young and so beautiful. Is it weird to have an album called Greatest Hits Decade 1?
It's weird to think it's been a decade.
Isn't that freaky?
Yeah.
I was saying to myself today, I was looking at this and I'm like, a decade? No way. I mean, do you have that? Is it a little trippy for you to like figure out that it's been 10 years?
I mean, in some ways, you know, my audition for American Idol seems like it was a lifetime ago.
Right? Like a
It
whole
happened.
so much.
But there's a lot to celebrate.
And
so.
there's 2 new songs on here too,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
So it's a double disc plus 2 new songs. Bonus!
Yeah, and there's extra stuff on there too that I think is pretty cool. We do work tapes, which is it's like when we write, we kind of put something down really roughly. They're rough, but I think it's pretty cool that they're so rough. We're stopping and starting, and then we just press record on our little terrible
cool.
computer speakers, and we try to keep everything really just fun and organic and
sort
do
of
what we
down-
do. Yeah.
Down to the basics. I am a giant Christmas music fanatic. My husband makes me a different holiday music playlist every year that's like 4 hours long. Do you have a favorite Christmas song?
I mean, I love standard Christmas songs.
Do you wander around the house singing along to Christmas songs like the rest of us do, or are you like,
yeah.
that's my day job?
No, I mean, if that's what you love to do, then you can't just turn it off because that's what you do at work. Do you go home and you're like,
I always cook, and people
Yeah,
don't believe me.
exactly.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, well, why do you think I do this?
Yeah.
I dig cooking. I go home and I make dinner. Not that extraordinary. Lots of people make dinner. Do you like to cook?
I do.
Do you have a specialty?
I mean, my favorite thing is taking naughty food and making it healthier.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll do pizza or like tacos or
Try and make it a little
burritos or
healthier.
enchiladas or whatever. All the stuff that you shouldn't have. I make it to where it's good for you.
Oh, we got to talk about, we got to talk about the big pile of workout wear in the middle of the table, which,
yeah.
by the by, is really, really cute. I go to the gym 6 days a week. I am a workout clothing aficionado. But Kalia is your line,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Your brand.
I partner with Dick's Sporting Goods.
Which I love because everybody can get it,
Right.
and that means it's affordable and accessible.
Very important.
So the stuff feels great. It looks really, really cool. How involved do you get in the actual design of the items?
I'm very involved. I mean, from the second I got together with all the people that are working on this, I just felt so good about it and felt so good about what they wanted to do with it, and basically just making women feel good about themselves all throughout their day, you know, during their workout
And then running around.
And there's we have fun prints, and everything is made to fit a woman's body, which I know sounds ridiculous. Of course it should be, but you'd be amazed at how much is out there.
The women aren't amazed. They're like, yeah, we know what you're saying. Okay, so since you're a first timer, we put together a little list of firsts for you to answer. Cool?
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
First album and concert.
First concert was Alan Jackson. The first album I bought when I had my own money to buy it.
Right.
I bought one that I didn't think my parents would approve of because we were like away on a choir trip. So I bought a Nirvana album.
My girl! A freak for Nirvana. And food. Awesome, I love knowing that. And you bought it on a choir trip?
I did, but I was away from Mom. They didn't really love me listening to the rock music, so I was like, I better take my opportunity while I can, you know, to get this.
First thing you bought the baby.
I guess it would be some article of clothing. I mean, it was start slow. Gotta start slow. But yeah, I bought a lot of clothes.
That's the cute stuff, right?
Yeah.
I mean, anything teeny tiny. Slider burgers are very adorable. But anything little, you're like, oh God, that's the cutest thing ever. I know. Aw.
Tiny flowers.
First time you got recognized, do you remember?
It was when we were on American Idol, and some of us girls went out shopping one day. And
Did it freak you out?
Well, people were like, "Oh my gosh!" and we were like looking around, like
You were looking for who they were talking about.
What? Yeah, so that was pretty. Oh, okay. Well.
All right.
Yeah, I'll take my picture with you.
First celebrity that you met where you were like floored, like starstruck. You're like,
Randy Travis.
oh, that's a good.
Yeah.
I never met him. Is he sweet?
He is, definitely. Yeah, and it was just somebody that, I mean, I was just kind of having an overwhelming day anyway, and then I met him, and I started crying, and I was like, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's happening. But he was really sweet, and
That's nice. It shows that you're humble. That's beautiful. Please come back and see us again soon. You are I love meeting someone who's really beautiful and you admire them from afar and then you get to know them a little bit and you're like, oh, that's delightful. She's as pretty on the inside as she is on the out. Very nice to have you.
Thank you.
Congratulations again on the baby.
you.
Congratulations on everything. Happy holidays. So guys, look out for Kalia by Carrie Underwood in your local Dick's Sporting Goods store. It's coming in March. Carrie's newest album, Greatest Hits Decade #1, is available now. But for everybody in the audience, she's a giver. You get it for free. Up next, a guy I think is a real rock star. Christopher Kimball is here in our kitchen.